Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome to Blossom, the Seed of Life. In this game you terraform a dead planet back to life, explore ruins, gather resources, print machines, drive modular vehicles, grow forests, biomes and ecosystems, and create life and make it thrive in your hands. So we play, I believe, as a little robot called Blossom. And this feels a lot like other games that we've played. Should be interesting to have a look at, so let's get stuck in. Right, so we're going to jump in and we're going to play on survival. Right, the game is loaded. We are here and Blossom looks a little bit like Marvin. Anyway, power system is at 10%. So recharge battery. Now I have fiddled a little bit. So we need to get that highlighted and recharge. And we are now on a very orange planet. So I can press Q to disconnect. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it into there so that we can use the door. There we go. And we need to install a mining module and upgrade our backpack. So let's, we can't use this because it's not plugged in. So we will grab a connection and find the plug. Yeah, there it is. And that's our crafting station open. So we can hop in. Mining module needs one small backpack. We have it. So we can craft it, pick it up, and it is automatically installed. Now upgrade your backpack. So if we go to the crafting station, medium backpack needs 3 iron ore. 716, we need 5 power. I have 716 and we have the small backpack. So let's go and find some iron ore. And we hold E to mine. That's 2 of the iron ore that we need. And we're carrying a little backpack and it has 4 slots. It also has a little charge indicator. And we'll go and grab this iron ore as well. Might as well pick it all up and hop back to the crafting station. And we need the medium backpack. And that is done and equipped. Power system's at 19%, so we need to just charge our backpack. There you go, you can see it charging. It looks great. So, little bits like this little tether, a little bit like Astroneer. We'll disconnect, we are fully charged. We need to craft the encryption key, so let's have a look at that. The encryption key needs a regolith and a copper ore. So let's go looking for that. Okay, while we're doing that, we can grab a couple other things. There's some regolith. We have a big hole over here that looks like it has stuff in it. Cool. And we have this chest. We can open it and we can collect a blueprint. All right, now our slots are getting full. This backpack gives us 6 slots and more power, but we do need to find some copper. And over here, I think I found a copper node or a copper deposit. And I'm just going to grab both of them. Hopefully we'll be able to use them. So this is the thing that we're in. It looks like a little rocket. And that at the bottom is where we do most of our stuff, initially anyway. Right, in we go. So now we need to do the encryption key. I've got the stuff. Grab the encryption key. Regain control of the station. I don't know, is that here? Encryption key, R to insert it. And there is a little box that's appeared outside. We can also press E to access the database, and this is going to give us info, like our little encyclopedia on the game. Now this game is made by a solo dev, and I've been watching his YouTube channel for a little while, so I'm very chuffed that I have the opportunity to play this demo. So let's start off, where do we have space? We have a bit of space out there. We can put, oh, now this will go in front of you, so it's a little difficult to place, but I think here should be fine. Maybe a little bit further out. It'll give us some range. Confirm. Yeah, that's fine. And then I need to attach power to that. So we'll grab the back power thingy over here and take it over to this. Plug it in over there, and it is plugged in. So this is a printer, and if we go in here, we can print things. At the moment, we only have storage T1, but we have to find blueprints. And I have a blueprint on me, so if we go to this side of it, there's a little blueprint socket, and we unlock. I didn't see what we unlocked. Go and have a look. Ah, yeah, power extender. Cool. So that'll give us extra ports to move power further away from the base and have more connections. So right now, we need to upgrade the backpack again. So let's hop into the crafting station, and we have regolith oxide rods, which are used for power. We can make composite metal. We need regolith and iron ore for that. And the large backpack module. Now, I don't have the sprint module yet, I don't think. So I'm going to need to I think I'll grab the backpack first. So we need silica and we need sulfur. And for now, we have a little storage place over here. So I'm going to offload. Storage is not a big thing in this game. And we already saw sulfur and it's in this crater. So maybe I should have charged before I left. But yeah, so we have 2 resources in here. We have this, which is silver, and then we have sulfur. So we'll grab a sulfur. And now we have to get back because power is not good. But no problem, we make it back quite easily. And we're full. So now we need silica, and silica is usually high up on these mountains. And there's some, but I think those nodes are a bit big for us to be able to mine right now. Well, what we need to find is, maybe we can mine these. Yeah, we can. So there's 2 silica in here. Oops, power. That's why we need the bigger backpack. And recharge. Cool, so now we can go inside and do our large backpack. That's going to help us a huge amount. And equip it. And then quickly top up the charge. So now we have a better range. The next thing I want to do is the sprint module, and for that we need 4 iron ore. And there's bits of iron ore lying all over the place. And we can just break it down with our mining tool and then collect it. And oh yes, with this large backpack we have 8 storage slots. So I have all of that. Let's get that sprint module, grab it, and it's now equipped. So if I tap shift, now I can sprint. Super. Next thing I want to do, I think is probably I probably want to get the info module version 1 and also the deconstruct. So I'm going to need some copper and some regolith. Let me just offload this extra piece of iron. There's some copper. I've got some copper here. And before I go running around, I just charge myself up and then we can go look for some copper. And at the same time, we need to find some of those vaults. And there's one right there. Oh, there's some regolith as well. So we can grab this. Take the blueprint, we'll be able to research that. And I found some more copper. So we'll grab these. And I think I'll take a little bit. I have space. I just need to pick up some regolith on the way back. At the moment, it's not easy to find where you are. So you could get lost. But if you get to high ground... Oh, regolith. I needed that. And maybe one more. If you get to high ground, you shouldn't have a problem seeing your base. Yeah, there it is. So it's pretty important at the beginning to get your backpack upgraded because you don't get very far without power. Now, on the way, I'm going to do this blueprint. Which side is it? There. And what did we get? Pressure core discovered. Cool. Well, let's go in here. We can do the info module and we can do the light module. And what do we need? 1 more copper for the deconstruct module, and there's a copper right there. So we can get the deconstruct module, and those are all enabled. So now I have a little compass at the top, and I can press R to put my flashlight on, so I've got a light. But I want to do more. So info module version 2, overlay module version 1. So I need 2 silica and 2 iron ore. Let's do that first. Before we go, we do a little charge up. And we'll go and get the silica up at the top. Alright, good. There should be 1 left in here. Cool, we got that. Grab a couple more. Alright, we got the silica. We need to get some iron ore. Now, you got to be careful because mining silica is seriously heavy on power. So that's done. Actually, I think I might have some iron ore in my little storage over here. Yep, I'll grab those. And those are ready. We can do info module version 2. And we can equip it, and then overlay module version 1, equip that. Now I'm just going crazy with these upgrades. So I think I'm going to get the overlay module version 2. So I need 2 sulfur for that. Just in case I find other stuff, I'm going to empty my storage out, recharge power before I leave, and then I'm going to head down and go and grab a couple of pieces of sulfur. Now you can't mine these big ones yet because you need a small size mining laser. That we don't have, but I can do these. And my power is vanishing very fast. So let's go recharge before things go wrong. And we are getting charged. Done. So inside overlay module 2, equipped. Now we have, I think this is more info on the map. And it shows us where we can find those blueprints up at the top on the compass. Cool, so that makes that a little bit easier. What else did I want to do? Mining module 2 and info module 3. So 4 copper and a silica. I have a silica So charge up quickly. We have copper right here that I didn't see before, and that's 2 of them. And I'm not sure, we might have to go a little bit further out to get more copper. So let me grab what I can. So we can do the info module right now and grab that and equip it. And then we want to get the mining module V2. So just 2 more copper ore. And I found some more copper ore. Oh, just 1 piece here. There's a whole bunch of regolith lying over there. And there's something up on the hill over there. Huh, we'll have to go see what that is. Oh, there we go. Copper. All right. Found my way back. And I'm very, very low on power. I hope I actually make it back. Yeah, this one was a little close. But it's okay. We are getting recharged. All done. And then we can go pick up this piece of silica. Hop in here. And I think this is the last of the attachments. So that's all attached. So now we got mining module version 3. So we can mine stuff that we couldn't before. Or do we? No, we got mining module 2. But we have access to mining module 3, but we need silver ore and aluminium. Now we found silver ore, but we haven't found aluminium yet. That's not a big deal. Having a look at the top, there are new things. Okay, composites. Iron ore and regolith to make a composite. We have pressure cores, which require silica and sulfur. And then the regolith oxide rod, which requires 2 regoliths. But we have to go and find more blueprints. We can have a look in our printer though. And this is a drill. And the drill uses power. Now, I don't want to use power yet, but what the drill does is, like Planet Crafter, it increases atmospheric pressure. This one does it by releasing small amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and it will clear the fog. We also have the storage, and we have the power extender, but we need more power stuff. So I'm going to have to go and look for those blueprints. So a quick charge up. And then we can head out. Let's go to... Oh, it looks like most of them are in this direction. 55 meters and 33. So over the top of this mountain, we should find a few of them. There's a close one, 77. And there it is. Now we should be able to get quite far. Well, we have the blueprint. Oh, no we don't. There we have the blueprint. We should be able to get pretty far because we're not mining, so we're not using as much power. Here comes another one. And we can grab that blueprint, and then there was another one close by, right over there. And there, that looks like a radio tower out there. And we've got that blueprint, so that's 3. So we're missing 1 more, and it's 165 meters over in that direction. So basically on the other side of this crater, there it is. And we have the blueprint. So that's all the blueprints. Now we just have to head back to our base and go and pop those blueprints in, do the research. So, first one in, and that gives us glass discovered. Nice. I have no idea what that gave us. Copper wire. Okay. But at the same time, it's unlocking other things. Power cells have been discovered, and we have installed all the blueprints. So, if we go into the printer, we should see more stuff. So, there we go. We have a fuel generator, so that'll give us power. We have batteries. We have the power extender that we had before. We have the drill, we have terraforming analyzer. This is really important for advancement. And we still just have that 1 storage. So we're going to have to get other research done. Anyway, we have to start somewhere. And we have a day-night cycle, so night is coming. I'm going to charge things up quickly because we're going to have to go and do some searching and mining. Because I would first like to get a fuel generator that needs a composite and copper wire. So for the composites, we're going to have to get some iron. And there's a couple of composites that we need, so I might as well get a bit of iron. And I think the other item for composites was regolith. And I'm going to grab that. So if I press 2, I can have a look at planetary overlay. Okay, press 1 to enable power overlay. Well, it doesn't seem like there's any power right now. Let's go get a couple of composites built. That's 1. And another. And then we needed copper wire. So I'm going to have to go and look for copper. And that... Oh, I can put my torch on now. There we go, some copper ore. And now we can head back, go and make some copper wire, and we can get power sorted out because we're running on a battery at the moment, and that battery will eventually die if we don't give it power. So if we hop in here... oh yes, I needed a regolith. But I can make the copper wire. So that's 1 item sorted out. There's a piece of regolith. Then we needed a composite, and we're going to need a lot more regolith. So I think what I'll do, hop over to the printer. We are going to get the fuel generator, and I think I'll put it out over here. And do I have enough now to get the power extender? That I do. And we'll put that over here. And I'm going to change how things are powered. So that one I'm going to disconnect and I'm going to bring it to here. Then I'm going to grab the power output there to take to our printer. And then this one over here I will plug into our power generator. And then I'm going to need to put in fuel. And that needs regolith. Quite a bit of regolith. So let me run around and pick up a few bits. And that's 4. I think I only need 2 per power core, and our power generator takes 2. So in we go, and we've got to make these rods. And I'm going to make 2 of them. That is done. And I'm going to then drop them into this machine. 1 there and 1 there. And we are not generating power. Let's get rid of that iron. Do we not need the power? What's going on? Oh, I can deconstruct this because we don't need it anymore. So Q to deconstruct. That was very bright. And we're in. I can switch my torch off now. Our battery over here is not charged. What am I missing on? Batteries are full, are they? No, it didn't look like it. But I do need another power extender. Let's see if I can make another one. Can. I'm going to put it out over here. And then I'm going to plug this into... Oh, hang on, I missed it. Grab that, plug it into one of these ports, and then I'm going to need to see what I need for a battery. So, battery just needs a power cell. Let's go and see what we need to make a power cell. Power cell needs 1 copper, 1 sulfur. We have the copper on us. I don't need to charge. I can just go and get a sulfur. And I just need 1. Done. So, back to base. Hop in here, power cell. There it is. Pick it up and head in this direction. And we're going to pop a battery down. Oh yeah, we have to do it at the printer. So 1 battery, and battery is placed. And I need to take power from the battery, or from the extender into the battery. And power is starting to work now. There we go. Well, good. The next thing they want us to do is deploy a drill. So let's go and see what we need for a drill. Drill tier 1 needs a pressure core and a composite. Composite is relatively easy. If I just head out here, go and pick up a regolith. I already have iron on me. And we can make ourselves a composite. Pick that up. And then we need a pressure core. And a pressure core needs silica and sulfur. Okay, we don't have any silica, so I'm going to have to pop up the hill and quickly pick some up. And I don't mind if these fall low on power. Now let me just go back and top up my power. Maybe offload something. Power's topped up. We will offload. I want to offload the iron. So I have to go there and there. Good. Then I just need to pop down here and pick up a bit of sulfur. And I have those now. So now we can do a pressure core. That is done. Time to go and put up a drill. So we can hop into the printer, drill T1, click on it, and I'm going to head out, I don't know, somewhere in this direction. And we'll put it over there. Now this thing sucks power. So this little power generator is not going to be enough, and it's going to drain the batteries. I mean, this battery is not charging very well as it is. I'm also probably going to need another power extender. But perhaps the more important thing to do here, well, it's not going to matter if I don't have the drill operational. Let's connect the drill up and just see what happens. And we'll drop that in there. And now the drill is working. And power is actually going up. Alright. Well, also 1% to dispersing the fog. The next thing we need is the terraform analyzer. And that is this one, which just needs 2 glass. Glass needs, if we head in here, glass needs silica and regolith. So we need 2 silica, 2 regolith. I have 1 silica on me. As you'll see, we can't mine this one, so we're going to have to find another small node. There we go, there's one. And this looks like it's just a single item. Right, that is picked up. And then a couple of pieces of regolith on my way back. That's it. Oh, and you can zoom out by rolling the mouse wheel. You can get a really good view of where you are, see what's around. Okay, glass times 2, and that's both of them. And then we can hop into our printer, terrain analyzer, see where we have a spare plug. Yeah, this is why I needed another extender. Maybe I'll put it out here, but I need to go and sort out that another extender so I've got more things to plug in. And that will be pretty easy. Grab some iron and some regolith right there while watching my power. And yeah, the gravity here is low, so you can jump. Right, composite. There's the composite, and we can head out, grab that extender, and put it down. I think I might want to go out in that direction a little. So let's put it over here. And then we can plug this extender, hang on, this extender into this extender, and then this plug into our little analyzer. And that's going to start analyzing. Now, when we go in here, we can see that this is where we will get lots of unlocks from now on. First unlock will be at 660. We are almost there. 660 pascals of pressure. And that will unlock the wagon tier 1 in the storage module. So let's get there quickly. Now we could make another drill, but I am not going to do that. We are at 17% towards dispersing the fog, which will make this place a little less red, I suppose. So I'll just start preparing. I think we're going to need composites. And we're also going to need to get more power going because those power rods are not going to last forever. And that means we need a lot more regolith. We have achieved stage 1. So we have some blueprints that we can unlock. And I found a little node of regolith over here. That's handy. Yep, I'll take those back. That should be fine. We'll go and see how our power situation is going. So that one is still full. This one is being used. Right. Hop in here. Grab myself my 2 pieces of iron. Going to make one of these rods. Grab that. And I think I'm probably going to need more composites, but I'm not going to make them just yet. Always make sure to keep your battery charged. So head over to the Terraform analyzer and press E to use it, and there we go. We have the unlock done. The next one's at 675. We're at 663, so almost there. And then I have to press R to create the blueprint, and E to collect it, R to create the other one, pick it up, and we'll go over to our little blueprint thingy over here. Unlock that. Good. And unlock the other one. Great. Now, what do we need to make these? So we need copper wire to make the wagon, and we need 2 composites to make the storage module. So let's make some composite, and we need to go and find some copper. Let me charge myself up, and we're going to head out. I don't know, I haven't been too far out in this direction, so we'll go here. Copper is usually not very difficult to find. There's a big chunk of copper up there. That's something new. So let's go and see what that is. That is aluminium, but we can't mine it because it needs a small size miner. Anyway, we have copper, so let's grab that. And another couple of bits over here. We can't mine the big chunk, not yet. And I have enough space for one more piece of copper, so I'm going to grab this one. And that's done. And now we can head back. Good, we're back, fully charged. Head in here, copper wire, right there. And then we can just pop our head outside. Now I have to build it from the printer, and we can make a wagon. And I will put that wagon over here. Now I can connect myself to this wagon, and the wagon will follow me around. That's pretty neat. But that's not the purpose of the wagon. I mean, the wagon is useless without an attachment. So we need to hop in here, and we're going to get a storage module. I have the composites for that already. So we'll click on the storage module and we'll pop it on our wagon. So now we have an extra 4 storage slots that we can drag around with us. We need to just check in here how we are doing. We are almost there, 2 pascals away. And that will give us a battery module and a mining laser module tier 1, which we can put on wagons, which means we're going to need more wagons. And that means we need more copper. Now I have a couple of copper, so I'll make another copper wire. And offload right, I need to go and sort out the power, make sure that doesn't run out of juice. Yep, this one is empty, so I'll refill that. Hop in here, make another wagon, drop that wagon over there, and that's in, and we've achieved stage 2. I can then attach that to that. And I need to go and get those blueprints out of the analyzer. So R and grab that and R. So now we've got the 2 blueprints. And let's go and have a look at this and see where we are going next. So when we get to 700, we get a fuel generator tier 2, drill tier 2, and a scanner module. The modules go on the vehicles. And we have rovers and tier 2 wagons and refineries. We'll get to those. But first, blueprints. We've also discovered thermogel. So under vehicles, we are going to get the mining laser module. We need a bit of glass for that and a thermogel. Thermogel needs 2 sulfurs. So let's go and grab some sulfur. It looks like the sun is going down again. Oh, and I didn't charge my battery. This is not going to go well. Yep. Okay. I need to go and charge up before we carry on. Yeah, this was a little close. Good. So back in the hole to go and get that sulfur. That's 1 piece done. And another one sorted. So, thermogel done. Now we need some glass. And glass was silica and regolith. I think I saw some silica up this way. Somewhere around here. Could be wrong. Oh, it's up that side. I have the silica, just picking up the regolith. There's another piece, I might as well get that. We are 67% towards dispersing the fog. So we'll get that glass, and then we can head out and go and organize our little mining setup. Mining module, perfect. I'm going to need another wagon. So place that. Just quickly remind myself what I need for the wagon. Ah, it's the copper wire. So off to go and find some copper. And there's a whole bunch of it very close to the base. I just need these 2. I don't know, maybe another one? Okay, I have enough space to carry them, so that's cool. Oh, it's getting dark. Put my torch on. Oof, now it's a bit bright. Okay, disconnect that. Head in here. Copper wire. Grab that. And maybe another one. I'm going to need I think I'm going to need another wagon. So I should probably look at a bit more composite. So, 1 wagon. And that wagon can head out over here. And we'll connect that to that. And we needed a battery module. I need a power cell for that. And for that I need some sulfur and some copper. Well, morning has come. I've got the sulfur. I just need to head over this little mountain. Oh, actually, I don't have space for anything. Mind you, is that copper I have on me or is that regolith? I think it might be regolith. I may need to offload a little. Yep. Can't do the power cell. See if there's anything that I can make to get rid of material. Yep, got that. I don't really need another thermogel right now. I think I'm going to keep the sulfur on me. And we'll just pop a piece of iron in there. Right. Now we can go get that copper. Fog's almost gone. Place is looking a lot clearer. Oh, here's that silica that was close by. And there's a lot of material over here. Right, there's the 1 piece of copper. You know, I probably only need 1 piece. But I suppose I can go and get another one. There's a piece over there. Done. Right, back home. Right, and we made it back with a little bit of breathing room. Now, what was it that we needed? Yeah, the power cell. Perfect. Now we can take that power cell and whatever else we needed. Was it glass? Battery module. And we can go and shove the battery module on our trailer. Just like that. Perfect. Now I need to empty out my storage. So maybe it's time that I came in here. What did we need for that? I think we needed, yeah, composite metal. So a bit of regular, bit of iron. And have I unplugged this? Yes, I have. A little mistake there. Have I done something? I was pretty sure I was charging things over here, but that battery inside is flat. Something not good happening over here. Let's see if I can drag a cable and plug it in over here. Does that help? Weird. Seems to be. Enough power? Am I missing something? Did we run out over here? Oh my gosh, I was running around so busy that I forgot to put power in the power generator. Alright, well that's an easy fix. Or is it? Okay, I plugged myself in. That gave... it was using my power. Alright, let's fix this up very quickly. Because if I had run out of power, I think I would have been locked. Okay, everything is charging here now. But this isn't. Yeah, I'm charging up very slowly as well. I need to go and find some more. I need to go and find some more regolith chunks quickly. Oh, we've achieved pressure stage 3. Well, looks like our power is kind of normalized, but for some strange reason, power's not going into this. I need to get into my crafting station. Okay, now that's charging. Let's try plugging that in again. Now that works. Good. Get another rod and plug that rod in. Now we can hop over to here, R to create the blueprint, pick up, and there should be 3 blueprints now. Yep, there's a scanner module. So let's have a look at this. The next stage is stage 4, 750. There we unlock the rover tier 1, the wagon tier 2, and the refinery. Perfect. First things first, let's unlock these blueprints. We've discovered silver wire, and that's all the blueprints unlocked. What have we got? We got the scanner module. That needs copper wire and glass, but we need another wagon for that. We've got the drill tier 2, and we've got fuel generator tier 2. Much more efficient. 2 composites and a silver wire. Let's go and grab a composite, and I'm going to make a little storage outside. So we'll grab a storage tier 1. I don't want to do that. I suppose I could just put it over here. There we go. And I can offload goodies. Now we need silver, and if I pop down, oh wait, I think I probably need to charge this guy up. So let's do that. That will start getting this battery charged, hopefully. Yep, there it is. And our silver is down over here. And as you can see, we can't mine this without having the small mining laser, which is on our little wagon. So we just need to let that battery charge up a little bit. And that'll help us, that'll be extra charge for us as well when we're out and about. But I'm going to make, oh, what was that? I picked up the wrong thing. Yeah, that out here looks exactly like regolith. That's the regolith. And I will put the sulfur in there. Need to find another piece of regolith just to make sure that I have enough of these rods to keep our power going. All right, that's that. And let's go see how we're doing here. That rod is going. That rod is almost done. So we'll get another rod crafted. Got it. So we can see now because the fog is gone. That looks pretty good. And we'll notice that there are a lot of little places around the map that you can go and visit. We will be directed to one of them shortly. But we are at 9% increased pressure to form ice. And we are getting very close to the tier 1 rover. So I would like to get a tier 2 fuel generator in as quickly as possible, because everything charges up really slowly. But like I said, we need silver wire. So let's grab this, and we're going to drag our little wagon train down into the hole. And it all follows us down, and now we can hold to mine with our little wagon laser. And silver does take a lot of time to mine. It uses a lot of power. Right now it's using the power from the battery. But I think that battery is empty now, and it's now using mine. Back out, we can make that silver wire. And it's even left tracks all over the place. Very cool. Okay, plug that in. Up in here. Silver wire. Perfect. We'll grab that. We just need to run out and find some iron and regolith. There's iron close by. We need 2 of each. Charge up. Disconnect. We'll go and grab a couple of pieces of regolith so we can make the composite. And there's the other piece back home. Cool. 1 composite and 2 composite. And we're going to need a lot more regolith. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take these. I can't take those out yet. Let's build first. Fuel generator tier 2. I'm going to pop it out over here. It looks like the plug is on the correct side. Right over there. And then I'm going to collect that. Well, that one's already finished. We'll put, this has 4 slots. So we'll put those in. And hold Q to deconstruct this one. And I'll get a couple of bits back. And then I can take this plug and plug it into the big one. Now everything will charge faster. And I just need to go and offload things that I don't need to be carrying with me. I suppose I could drop one of those silver things over there. So let's go and see what else we need to build. We could probably use more batteries, but I think that's okay for now. We need the drill tier 2, but I don't think that's terribly important. We are progressing without it. We don't need any more storage. I would like to get the scanner module. but also not absolutely necessary right now. Right, our battery is full. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my stuff behind. I think I'm just gonna head out in this direction and go and pick up regolith. We need to make more of those power rods. And I think I remember seeing a bunch of regolith somewhere around here. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's quite a bit in this area. So I will just fill up completely with regolith. Yeah, and there's a regolith node with a few bits around it. I can't mine this, not without bringing my little train with me. But it is pretty cool. I like this. This game is cute. I'll just hop in here and let's make 3 of them. And I'll save the rest of the regolith, the other 2 pieces, for something else. But I want to get this fully stocked up. Yeah, these ones are still okay. So I have 1 more left over. And maybe I can make another little storage. So, composite, head over to the printer, get a storage tier 1. Oh, that looks wrong. They snap, but yeah, this one was not sitting correctly. So anyway, and we'll offload. Now I am clean, and I can also take this piece of silver off and throw that in here as well. Empty going into night. Batteries are all full. We're at 20% towards ice, and that is where we are. I mean, this is pretty good. Demo, and I'm going to do another episode on this to see where it takes us, because at some point the demo must end. That is us. We look pretty spiffy. It does give me Marvin vibes. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I think this game has huge potential. Bit of grind. How are we doing here? 732 to 750. Cool. We'll be able to get the rover pretty soon. We'll get the T2 wagons soon. And a refinery. And the refinery allows us to make more complicated materials. And it looks like we're going to be able to get to the station as well. If we go further, stage 6 solar panel T1, drill T3, and then this is where the demo ends. We don't have access to, this is another printer. Oh, so we could actually have more printers and extend that out, make our base even bigger. Printer module that goes onto a vehicle. That's nifty. Crafting station, so we'll be able to make bases all over the place. Solar module panel, storage tier 3. Looks like it stores 8 items. Fuel generator tier 3, solar panel T2, rover T2, solar T3. It's quite a bit. And eventually we will be able to get plants on this planet. We'll green the whole place up. Yeah, it's very, very nice. I love this type of game, and I hope you do too. Thank you very much for joining me, and until the next one, cheers!